Okay, so today we are going at the pause back squat with a barbell. It's an exercise that I liked a lot because it allowed me to, I like anything pause really, because it teaches me to go, like loading and exploding out of the bottom is great. But what I really like about this movement is that pause right there, that's the 3 seconds, and that's a struggle I'm going to explain in a second. That was 500 pounds, by the way, 230 kilos for 3 lazy, what we call French seconds, which means they're lazy. It's like 1, 2, 3. So that was, I thought I was going to lose my eyeballs on that one, by the way. I'm breaking parallel, but as you can see, I am not exploding out of the bottom, right? In the sense of I'm not bouncing off the bottom, I'm not loading and then using that. So the idea is to stop so that I could use the power of my hips, my glutes and everything in order to go up. So I want to go over a few things first to talk about the back squat in general. So my hips are below my knees, which makes it breaking parallel. As you can tell from this is a low bar back squat. This is about where I carry the yoke usually. It is my front delts are right there. My rear delts are right there. So that means that I am placing the barbell between the trap and the rear delt, which is where I feel I have the better structure, right? Where in this particular spot right there, for me, it's very, very comfortable. Again, I carry the yoke exactly there. I feel no pain. It just sits comfortable on my back in that place. Now, again, this is a low bar squat, not a high bar squat, so that makes it a little bit different. So how come you don't see me doing a high bar squat? By the way, I do high bar squats, but I'm always stronger on the low bar back squat. One thing you will notice on this that is very interesting is that look where my ankles are parallel to the ground, and look at where my toes are, about here. My knees are about where? Here, maybe not quite there, maybe like here, right? So that means that even if we take the ankles out of the way and then we just go straight to straight to the toes, which will be about what? Right here. Then you're going to have my knees about at least there. Right, so what do I want to show you? This is even if you look how wide my stance is, so look at my feet here and there, and look how wide my stance is right here, right? I actually squat with a very wide stance and the feet turn out. And even in that case, right, you can see that, my knees, it looks painful when I go the other way. My knees are quite forward compared to my toes. So it means that even with a wide stance and the feet completely, not completely, but turning out, my knees are still way past my toes. Do you know what this means? It means that those babies right here, the femur right there is extremely long. And that's always been my problem, is that I have very, very long femur. I measure one time the femur being at around like 28% of my total length, which makes it very, very long for proportions. And so that causes a problem, which means if I wanted to have my hips, let me redo this, like a normal, let's say, Chinese weightlifter, you would see them about here, which would put them basically on top of the ankle and everybody would be happy. But being me, I have an extra. I have an extra there and an extra there, which means that puts my I need to have my my hips way back this way, because if I wanted to have my hips, let's say, coming like closer, to the center right there of my ankles, my knees, instead of being where they are now, would end up being about here. And so there's no way I could squat with my knees so far. So that means that I need to keep my hips way back this way, which is what you're going to see at the setup that I'm going to show in a second. And that explains why I prefer the low bar squat. If we put this bar higher, literally about here, my hips are going to be closer to my ankles around this level right there, but then I will push my knees forward about here, which will be impossible. It's going to fuck up my knees and make it impossible for me to squat properly. I know because I tried, and the pressure on my hips is tremendous. So the low bar back squat works really a lot better for me. So let's go. There's a few things I want to show you and then I use that first of all because I'm very happy with the 500 pound. This is a slow motion. There we go. Which I was very, very happy with the 500 pound. That's my PR all time. But we're going to go, by the way, beltless. So it's 230 kilos, 500 pounds without a belt with a pause. So I thought that was actually pretty good. It's probably one of the things I'm the most proud of. So I have my setup, I breathe correctly. And so first thing we're going to see is you're going to see my hips breaking this way. Before my knees goes this way, we're going to see my hips breaking, which is something I highly advise. So we're going to see breathing and there. So what I'm not doing, I'm doing it a little bit, and probably a little bit too much, is I don't want to see this part right here, like using the lumbar erectors. I think I'm doing it a bit too much right here. What I want to see is I just want to see my butt doing that. Like basically I'm sitting on a toilet bowl behind me. That's really the point. So you don't want to use the lumbar erector right there in order to break and having your up go up. What you want is to use all this and to just sit back like that. So we want to see all this part right here going in this motion, like behind you, right? And not creating the tension at the lower back area right here, which I think I'm doing a bit more that I would like. It's very minute, but I can tell right here that I'm breaking a bit. I mean that a bit too much. So again, what we want is this butt shooting this way. That's what we're shooting for, and that's what we're going to see. So that's good. So come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. This is very good. So the whole time with a stance that is as wide as mine, you would expect my shins to remain perpendicular to the ground. If I do that, I would achieve great leverage, and that's not the case at all. So my knees are not shooting that much past my knees, but it's not surprising because again, if you look where my ankles are, it's here, and look how far back my hip is here, like around this area right here. So and then if I draw a line, say, Jesus Christ, man, like I have some long legs. Anyway, so I get to the bottom, right, and there. So there, for the 3 seconds, right, a very, very thing important is none of this moves. None of this can flinch. The whole point of the pause back squat is that you're going to remain completely still with tension in the glutes and the hammies at 100%. Nothing flinches. 1. So again, lazy French seconds, which mean lazy. 1, 2. There we go. And then nothing flinch. So very important right here. Let me show, this is what we're going to look at right here. Is there a flexion of the spine when I shoot up? No, there isn't. So that's very good. With that much weight, that's very good. Now, the one thing that I would say is slightly problematic is that you're going to see my hips go up before my shoulder. So if we see that, I'm going to draw a line mostly there. And then you're going to see when I do that, see what I mean? My butt crosses before my ankle. So that means that, what does it mean? It means the bar is keeping forward slightly. And as you're going to see later in the lift, that's going to cause a problem. So we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. And so up to here, what we see is that everybody is more or less going together. So this is my original line. And this is the line I end up with. So not too bad. You can tell like there's a discrepancy between this and there. So I lost some weight forward, but it's not too bad. So up to here, pretty much everybody goes up together. So that's up to here. I would say that's pretty good. And then here's the issue. So now my shins are almost perpendicular to the ground. So I have very good leverage. At that moment, though, my back is quite flat. I'm at 45 degrees, right? This is the moment where you have to shoot the hips forward. So what happened before that? Before that, I was in internal torque. Up to here is internal torque, which means my knees are going that way on both sides, which is exactly what I want. They're going this way, right? And my butt comes up. Great. This is the moment right here where I need to go this route. I need to go external torque, which means I need those knees to push forward and the hips to move forward as well. And it's not necessarily the knees moving forward, but going in external torque, which naturally going to push them out and about. And then, but I definitely want the hips to go forward from that point. If that does not happen, what do we have? We have a good morning, which is exactly what I'm going to do, which tells you I have a very good morning. And from here, all we see, so look, when I'm here, what you're going to see is that the stress is placed here, right? And we're going to see that the barbell goes up this way, but this baby right here is pretty much staying flat. See what I mean? See that? Like everybody's going back. So what I'm doing right here is a good morning. Like if you look, it's funny, like look at the knees. Like you would think there would be an extension of the knee as my hips move forward, right? Okay, look, there's almost none. See what I mean? I am not pushing my hips forward. This is a good morning. So I'm doing a good morning from here to here. So how to good morning 500 pounds. Don't do that at home, by the way. I have a very, very strong back. As you can tell, it's still a really bad idea. And so the problem is that the bar is way too forward right here. So I'm going to have to bring it back about here for me to be able to do something with it. If you look, I'm still not doing it. And now, finally, I'm moving forward. But if we look, Jesus Christ, in slow motion, it looks scary. From this moment right here, right, to this, so where am I? Here. So I'm going to put the thing there. From this moment right here to this moment right here, I'm actually, my knees don't move. I'm to this part right here, those babies do not move, and the bar goes this way, which is pretty crazy. So I go out of the hole, and then from here to there, the knees barely move. I'm just going up, going, good morning. And then finally, from this motion now, I'm starting to go up. So now, finally, what do we see? We see everybody finally going that way. So from here, finally, I'm moving forward. So see, but up to here, good morning. And now I'm pushing my hips forward, which means I only start my ET journey, my external torque journey, in this position, which is a quarter squat. That means that anything below that moment right here was basically an internal torque. So I come in, which is a long distance, by the way. I come here out of the whole internal torque, but there, instead of pushing, I'm going to good morning. And finally, I push forward, which means I was in external torque only to do this, which of course is very simple to do. So you could tell that actually I can do way better than this squat wise, because this was not a good squat. Yes, I have not necessarily the best femur for squatting, but that's no excuse. I just ended up good morning the weight until I could do a quarter squat with it. So you can see all the issues there, and I could get a lot stronger if I were to fix that. So how would I fix that? Well, look, from here to here, when I finally move those babies out, which is about where? There, here, right? My hips are that high. Right, so that means that I want to do that same motion with my hips about right here. So what I would do now, if I knew, is I would find a space between that and do box squats from that distance. So maybe not as low, but something like that. Why? Because the box squats are going to teach me to push my hips forward and put those babies this way to go into external torque. That's why I like the box squat, the way Joe DiMarco taught me with fairly high, is he teaches exactly that motion of relax into external torque. And that's really what I need, is to learn to do external torque, but from the right height, which means not from this height right here, but for basically probably a good 30 centimeters below that. So we're going to watch it again in normal speed, and you're going to see when I come out of the hole, right, we're going to see internal torque, good morning, and then finally a quarter squat. So out of the hole, that's okay. And then there, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and then a squat. So really, I did 3 movements. I did out of the hole, good morning, and then squat. Don't do that. But this is, I wanted to show you because to me, that's a very impressive lift, because I never thought I would do 230 kilos in a post squat without a belt, honestly. But also show you that I could have gone a lot stronger at the squat had I fixed that particular problem. So how would I fix it? Again, I would put a box about right here, a bench about right here, which would put my legs, where would I put it? Because I'm doing it now. I would put my legs about out of the hole, like so, where the problem is, right? So out of the hole is fine. The problem is here, right? So this is where I would put the box. I would do a box squat with the same stance from that height, and learning to keep my back straighter, because that's a bit low, which is okay because I got a short torso and long legs. So that's actually a good leverage for me to do that. So, but I would do a back squat, again, most likely a little bit more upright, but with a box about there or slightly below, but not much, maybe there, I mean between the two. And then I would learn to squat properly in external torque from there, instead of waiting to be here to do it. Which, Jesus Christ, man, like I could have gone a lot stronger by then if I had known what I know now. And then I'm going to work on it and try to come back to some decent weight on the squat. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to show all the faults on my post squat and what is an exercise that I consider excellent. I think everybody should do a post squat. It will make you very, very strong. Cool. Thank you, everybody. Bye.